Hello, I'm Dr. Manoj Bhatawdekar, psychiatrist. On behalf of Bhatawdekars Clinic YouTube channel, we have been conducting these series of programs on parenting, and many parents have asked certain questions to us. And an important question has been, what does it mean to play with a child? What kind of play activities do we give our child? What kind of toys do we give our child? To discuss this topic, we have a guest speaker today, Dr. Anjali Joshi, who's an occupational therapist, a sensory integration specialist, who is a retired professor of occupational therapy from ZGS Medical College, KM Hospital School of OT. So let us hear from her views about this topic.
Let's talk about what is play for a child and what can parents do to enhance the child's play skills. Now, why is this discussion so important, especially in today's world? During pandemic, when the child was at home, a lot of children got hooked on to screen time. Over and above that, social media is available so much in abundance that all those little things we used to do as children are something which are missing out completely in our children's lives. And that's the reason we are talking about play and how play can enhance the child's development, why it's important, and how do we work on building up these play skills. So, what is play? Play, actually, as researchers say, it's a serious business for a child. By play, we mean that anything and everything that the child does or would like to do for joy, for pleasure, activities which are not directed by an adult and does not have rigid rules. All that is considered as play for a child. Now let's understand what are the functions of play or what does play achieve. Play enhances imagination, creativity. Play teaches a child turn taking, sharing, cooperation, teaches the child the concept of winning and losing. It also enhances the child's developmental areas such as motor skills, social skills, language and communication, and of course, the cognitive skills. So, with all these beautiful outcomes of play, play becomes extremely critical in child's development. Now, the parents have a question: what toys should I use? Do I invest a lot in toys? I really don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of space. It's very simple. Use simple household items, things that you actually want to feel like throwing. Don't throw those and use those. For example, simple boxes, containers which come in which you get your parcels, small caps of bottles, katori, vati chamach. All these things can be toys or play for a child. Use dolls if he has, use a ball, use a top, use soap bubbles, use balloons. All these can be used beautifully to engage your child in play activities. Then I come to a point of saying, what is it that the parent should avoid? There is a temptation to invest a lot in the child's toys. But remember, expensive objects and items which make the child a passive observer or a listener are something which must be avoided, which means screen time of any kind, maybe a mobile or a tablet or TV, cannot be child's play or cannot be a substitute for play. Battery operated toys are something which also should be avoided. One, because the parent is preoccupied about the money he has put in to buy those batteries. And secondly, again, that make the child a passive observer. Toys which can instill hostility and aggression, like the swords or maybe guns, are something which must be avoided and which should not be encouraged as playtime or play activities for a child. Now the parents have a question as to how do I play with a child? I don't know how to play with a child. It's very simple. You don't really have to invest a great deal of time at one go when you're playing with a child. Use 5 or 10 minutes of your free time. Ensure that there is no mobile on. You're not talking to somebody else. There's no TV in the background. And just be at the child's level and play with a child. You can use simple photo albums, you can use picture books, you can use pictures from newspapers to talk to the child about them. Use any toy that I mentioned earlier. You could use just boxes, you could stack the boxes and make it into a tower, use a small car and make it into a car race. Anything of that kind which the child can use in multiple ways. For instance, a box can be a box can be a brick for a tower, box can be something that the child can knock down with a ball. So, an object which can be used in multiple ways. A pencil can be a pencil. A pencil can be a phone for a child. A pencil can be a chalk or pencil. With a pencil, the child can become a teacher. So think of items which the child can creatively use in multiple ways and ensure that you are at the child's level while you're playing with a child. Use simple language, be animated if possible, use a lot of gestures, make the child feel that you're having the best of time while you're playing with a child, and that will encourage the child to engage and interact with you. Start using new words once in a while so that the child hears different words. Talk about closure of an activity, so ensure that the child helps you to do the cleanup of whatever mess that the child has created. It could be water play, and encourage the child to get a katka and clean that floor. Encourage the child to put away the toys in the box and put them away. All these are something which that are going to help the child learn organizational skills and executive functions as the child starts growing. So the games to play, anything that you have at home, it could be literally watering the plants, it could be feeding the pet animal that you have, it could be putting the clothes in the washing machine, it could be squeezing a lemon to make lemon juice. Use small spurts of time, be present physically and mentally while you're playing with a child. In short, while you're playing with a child, a very simple tip to parents: be at the child's eyesight level, be animated, and show that you are fully present and enjoying that time you are spending with a child. When you get that sense of accomplishment, joy, and pleasure, the child is going to observe that, and it's the same effect that's going to be on a child, and it's going to be a beautiful opportunity for bonding with your child.
So, wise parenting is all about joy and spending a good quality time with the child. So, please enjoy your parenting, and there is no other medium as powerful as play to enjoy the time with your child.